Good morning. I'm Bob Graham, Director at NB Development Group. Welcome to the topping off ceremony of the Auerbach Center at New Balance World Headquarters, the new training and practice facility for the Boston Celtics. Mayor Walsh, honored guests, our neighbors, and our friends in labor, we are here to celebrate your hard work and dedication which has allowed this day to happen. Today signals another major milestone for the Boston Landing project, but specifically, it highlights the teamwork that built this structure above us that in just under a year will open its doors and welcome the Celtics back to Boston. Mayor Walsh, in your inauguration speech, you said, "We are a city of big dreams, and we have what it takes to make dreams happen. And together, we are committing to do all we can for the city we love." Mr. Mayor, we couldn't agree more with your vision for Boston, because we share the same. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Mayor Marty Walsh.
Thank you very much, Bob. I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I want to thank Ted, who's here. You're going to hear from Ted in a little bit. Mark, everyone at New Balance and the Celtics. Wick, who's here. Thank you very much. I want to thank the Celtics ownership for holding off on the trade until last night so we could do the chopping off and announce the trade at the same time. Truly appreciate that. I want to thank Jim Davis and everyone here at New Balance. What a great partnership. New Balance and the Boston Celtics, and down the street, the Boston Bruins. And we're blessed to be here. I was talking to the city Maxiomo a minute ago, and we're talking about really how this neighborhood's completely transformed and what New Balance has done here. Thank you very much. And we're joined by City Councilor Maxiomo from this neighborhood. Thank you, Mark, for being with us today. State Representative Kevin Honen's here. Thank you, Representative Honen. City Councilor Nisa Sabi George, who's here with us today, who has, she almost has a full court team to put on the court herself with all our boys who are Celtics crazies. I also want to thank Commissioner Billy Evans, who's here with us today. Thank you, Commissioner Evans, for being here. It's exciting to be here back at the Auerbach Center at the New Balance World Headquarters halfway through this job. You know, as we know, the Celtics are a big part of Boston's long tradition of athletic excellence. And we are proud of the 17 championships that the Celtics have brought to this city. We're also thrilled to bring the Celtics practice facility and training facility back to Boston. I also want to thank the Celtics for their philanthropic side. Oftentimes it doesn't get enough attention, but I want to thank them for being involved. All summer long, we've had Celtic players in our schools working with our young people about reading, the importance of reading, and also the importance of attendance in our schools. At the end of the beginning of the school year, beginning of the summer, excuse me, we had a great event giving recognition to our students that didn't miss a day of school all year long. And at the end, in a week or so, actually, I think it's this week, we're bringing back students to put that challenge to them again. So again, I want to thank the Celtics on that. I also want to thank the Celtics for, Scott. I just want to take a moment also to thank Elkis Manfredi, the architects, John Moriarty, the construction company, all of the men and women of the building trades here today. Thank you, building trades members. Today, I know it's the Iron Workers Day, but I want to thank all the other building trades. Because of a lot of people's hard work, this once underutilized area has been transformed into a state-of-the-art mixed-use development. We're seeing residences that are coming here. We're also seeing restaurants, retail, office space, a new commuter rail station, open space, and so much more. And every time that I visit Boston Landing and the Allston-Brighton area in general, I'm impressed by the constant change and development that's happening here. The neighborhood is an example of the creative ways of dynamic growth that we see across this city. I also want to thank the community, all of the members of the community here that have worked on this project with New Balance for so long. I know you're here today, so thank you as well for all your involvement. Pretty soon, people on the Mass Pike, and I love this idea, people on the Mass Pike, as they enter into Boston, what they're going to see the iconic Fenway Park, and they're going to see the Boston Bruins practice facility as well as the Auerbach facility. And it's what a great way to introduce people into the city of Boston with 3 championship teams, welcome them in. So again, I want to thank you here and thank you all for being here today. Thank New Balance, thank the Celtics. Steve, thank you. I was talking earlier. I want to thank you, both of you, for holding the trade off until last night so we could top off and talk about the trade. But I truly appreciate everyone being here today, and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh, and we thank you for your unwavering support. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Vice President of Partnerships and Business Development of the Boston Celtics, Ted Dalton.
Wow, what an exciting day. As mentioned, we didn't anticipate sort of what may have happened last night, but nonetheless, we're so proud to be here. We're so proud to be working with New Balance, the New Balance Development Group, and all of the organizations and folks that are here building this amazing, amazing place called Boston Landing. You know, we know that this is going to become a vibrant, really vital part of the Allston Brighton community, and we're just thrilled to be a part of it and thrilled to be coming back to Boston. So thank you to Mr. Davis, his amazing organization, Chris Davis, and a lot of those folks are here today, our friends and partners at New Balance. Thank you to the New Balance Development Group, Jim Halliday and his team. Without their vision, without their leadership, this whole thing that we see here today wouldn't even be possible. I want to thank Wick and Steve, our co-owners and my bosses. I've been told that in public it's generally a good thing to thank those that you work for. So wanted to make sure I did that. You may have heard about this little small transaction that we completed last night. You know, it's thrilling for me as a part of the organization to be a part of what now is a second sort of transformation of our team in just 15 years. And I think it's a lot in due to Wick and Steve's leadership, their vision, their enthusiasm, their commitment to this team, and really our entire ownership group. So I think this facility is going to be a really great physical manifestation of this most recent change. So thank you guys. Also want to thank somebody who couldn't be here today, Jay Westland. I'm sure a lot of the guys that are working on the facility and women know Jay very well. Yep, round of applause. Jay is our CTO, our project manager, and really the driving force from our organization with respect to making sure everything is running on time. And as Jay calls it, he's very excited for his facility to open up in June of 2018. And speaking of that, Jay did give me some fun facts. I think some of these things will be more relevant to some in the audience than others, but nonetheless, here we go. 2,500 tons of structural steel in the building, 9,000 cubic yards of concrete. I'm not sure, but that sounds like a lot. And then 350 tons of reinforcing steel that will be within the concrete. And I think that's better known as rebar. So thank you, Jay, for those fun facts. Would like to thank, on behalf of the organization, all the folks that have worked on this facility to date. And it's my pleasure on behalf of the organization to recognize the following. Our general contractor, John Moriarty and Associates, Tom Scannell, Jamie Noon and team, and a special thanks to Chris Bigelow, our site super. Our architects, Alcus Manfredi, Mark Cedina, Tom Mullen and his team. Our site contractor, Jay DiRenzo and Company. And again, I'm reading from Jay's eloquent notes. He said, these are the guys that dig the hole and do the utilities. So I think that's a pretty important part of the process. So thank you to those guys. Our concrete contractor, S&F Concrete. Our steel fabricator, Ocean Steel. And last but certainly not least, our steel erector. A big shout out to Prime Steel Erectors. So thank you. Now again, since I was given all these names and companies and folks to recognize from Jay, if I've mispronounced any names or I've forgotten anyone, please take that up directly with him. He'll be back in the office next week. But just in closing, really want to thank on behalf of the entire organization again, all of the time, effort, and energy that has gone into the facility thus far. all the time, energy, and effort that's going to go into the facility. We couldn't be more excited, more thrilled to be a part of this incredible Boston Landing development and to be moving back to Boston next June. So thank you, have a great day, and go Celtics.
Thank you, Ted. At this time, I would like to introduce Vice President of Footwear Products of New Balance Athletics, Mark Clenard.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh, for joining us today and your continued and strong support of the Boston business community. Also, we're excited to partner with the Celtics, and to the Celtics management here today, thank you so much. We're excited to open their practice and training facility here. I was at our office prior to coming over here today, and the buzz that you guys have created, not only with your transaction last night, but just our partnerships of our brands coming together, our entire building is buzzing at a level that I haven't seen it in my time with the brand. So thank you very much. It gives us great pride to honor Red Auerbach's professional achievements and personal values through the Auerbach Center at New Balance World Headquarters, or Red's House, as we like to call it. So on behalf of New Balance, I'd like to recognize the hard work and collaboration, which in our world, design collaboration is everything, but that collaboration was really critical between design, development, and the construction teams to build the structure around us today. Particularly Elkis Manfredi, John Moriarty, and the NB development team, as well as our local elected officials that contributed so much to what we have here today. So as someone that comes to work here every day, driving by, it's amazing to watch the dedication and the effort underway to building a structure of this size. So to the men and women of the construction teams that have put this together, as a non-construction person, watching you guys labor over this in good weather, bad weather, hot days, cold days, it's truly amazing to see that, and congratulations on what you've built as we stand here today. There are a lot of great groups that contributed to that, but I would like to call out Ocean Steel, Prime Steel, and the local 7 steel iron workers for all of that great work. Red Auerbach was a true entrepreneur and innovator whose passion for winning and dedication to basketball and the Boston Celtics franchise was only equaled by his commitment to the people and of this local community. So we are honored to be a part of this topping off ceremony today, and we want to extend our congratulations to all of you that helped get us here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. There are so many people to thank for all their efforts and support, beginning with our neighborhood advisory group in Allston Brighton community, the Davis family, Representative Kevin Honan, Representative Mike Moran, Councilor Mark Ciamo, Councilor at Large Asabi George, Director Golden and the staff of the BPDA, our general contractor, John Moriarty and Associates, Ocean Steel, Prime Steel, Iron Workers Local 7, all the building trades, Elkis Manfredi Architects, East Boston Savings Bank, our team, NB Development Group, and of course, the Boston Celtics. Thank you everyone for coming today. We now invite you to help us raise this beam and enjoy some food and refreshments provided by our newest restaurant tenant, Flatbread Pizza, who will be opening this fall, and our newest coffee tenant, Cohee Coffee, also opening this fall. Abbott's Frozen Custard, and Boston's Baddest Burger. Thank you.